appreciate you taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you.
I'm going to get started because I know you got a lot to do. The first thing I wanted to ask you was, what inspired you to join forces with the American Heart Association and the American Stroke Association to promote and educate our communities about the risk of stroke?
Well, I was approached by them at the beginning of this year, and when they approached me, it just felt like a good marriage. You know, it felt like something that I could align myself with that would be organic. You know, sometimes you get asked to do things, but it seems like a stretch. And so, help and take care of yourself, and just being aware of some of the things that affect the African American community seemed like a very, just a very comfortable transition for me. And so I said yes, I was honored to do it.
Okay, cool. And as they kind of mentioned earlier, we know that strokes are the third leading cause of death and long-term disabilities among blacks. What is the message to communities? What is the message that you're giving as far as about fighting the battle?
Well, the message that I'm giving is really nothing new. I think the only difference is just using the medium of music. The last thing people like to, get is the content and push that. And so trying to find a way to be able to get a message to a desensitized community is to use the things that are comfortable for them, whether it's like comedy or music or, just different things. And so it's basically going to be the same approach, but just with a different vehicle.
Okay. And in our everyday lives, how do you think that we can start fighting just in our everyday? What could we do every day to make if it's just a small change to help fight against this? What would be a recommendation of yours?
The first recommendation to anything that has to do with change has to do with choice. And every day it's the choice to do the things that you've been shared with about throughout the years. I mean, if I told you eating fruits is better for you, it's not the first thing that you've heard that.
Right.
If I tell you eating fish or turkey or lean foods, it's not the first time. And so now it's all about you making the choice to do it. And so, now it's no longer an issue of the information. It's you making the choice to apply the information.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Now for a fun question. How hard was it? I know that GMC is going to be, Greater Mount Zion is going to be opening up for you. How difficult a time did you have choosing a winner of the contest, being that there's so many good church choirs here?
Well, the blessing is that in each of these cities there's a panel of judges, and so it's already done before I get there.
Okay.
And that's what's good. So, I don't have to go through the hard process.
I
wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that on me. There's so much at the concert. You didn't pick me.
Right.
I didn't want that.
That's true.
I didn't want that. Not at all.
Okay. And lastly, what would be the last thing you would like to say to our community about stroke prevention?
What's the last thing that I'd like to say to the community about stroke prevention is that you are always at risk. That every day you wake up as a person of color, that risk is knocking on your door more than any other community of people. And so just that reality should always be there in your mind, just like the same reality that African American males should have, that they are always more at risk to not succeed or to be in prison, incarcerated. And so you live with those realities, and you then make your decisions wisely based on those realities.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that kind of covers all the questions I had, and I really, really appreciate you taking the time.
I'm sorry if I'm a little sleepy.
No, that's okay. I know you're busy.